today I'm leafleting for Daniel Zeishner, my MP. We won the city in 2015 and he's been MP ever since. He won the huge majority of almost 13,000 in this year, in 2017. And the local Labour Council has been campaigning really hard. They run the council now, and that's really good, but we have to keep obviously campaigning, and we also want to hear from people, so contact details are there on the back. Now, if you're not aware, this week is the Living Wage Week, and they've just changed, in fact, on Monday this week, the new rates for the real living wage. So if you're on the national living wage, which is only applicable if you're 25 or over, you get £7.50 an hour. If you're on the real living wage, you're one of the lucky employees to receive that out of the 3,500 or so employers in the country who pay the real living wage, then you're actually getting paid instead £8.75 an hour if you're outside London, and inside London it's now £10.20. Now, research has been carried out into this, and it turns out about 1/3 of people who are earning under the real living wage are having to use credit cards to pay their bills each month. About 1/5 of those people are having to use payday loans. Around half of them have to turn down social invitations because they can't afford them, and about half of them have to use help from their friends and family just to be able to get by. These are people who are working hard, who are not getting paid the money that they deserve for their labour. And that's why we have to have a real living wage. Not the joke, which is the national living wage, where if you're under 25 you don't get paid it anyway, but a real living wage based on what people need. And our society is becoming more and more expensive, meaning that people are becoming poorer. In-work poverty is a serious problem now. So when you hear the employment figures are so high, just remember that many of those people who are working are actually working in poverty. They're not earning enough to really support them and their family. Right, I better get rid of the rest of these, so let's go on to the next block of flats. There's also a real gender divide with regards to pay. 16% of men are earning under the real living wage, whereas 26% of women are. Almost done. Started raining last few to go. One of the main advantages of leafleting flats, no dogs. However, if you are in an area with dogs, use a spatula to put the leaflet through the door, you don't get bitten. So for me it's a no-brainer. It's simple. Let's make work pay. Let's make it fair. Don't just pay people a national living wage, which doesn't even take into consideration those people under 25. Let's have a real living wage, so people can afford to live decently and then to enjoy their lives and not have to worry each month about how they're going to pay the bills.